Hey, een hele goede avond, goede middag, goede nacht. Welcome to the vent. I'm going to talk this in English because it is for me important to switch and bring my message to everybody, even the people that I know that speak English. So, welcome. It has been a year ago since Akira Toriyama has passed away and left his mark on the whole anime slash mangaka scene. I'm not going to talk a lot about the history of him. I'm not going to talk a lot about what Dragon Ball or had the history of that. I'm going to talk about the impact on me personally. I didn't do this a year ago because, well, basically, a year ago everybody was doing it. It felt more like a hype than a serious meaning on it. So I'm gonna tell you more about what Dragon Ball did for me and how the the story and the artist influenced me. As you know, I'm a big Dragon Ball fan, especially Dragon Ball Z, that kind of stuff. Dragon Ball, I've been when I was younger. I was on a group when I was of a group. How do you call it? Like with more people on one living spot. And the first interaction I had with Dragon Ball was with a friend of mine, Johan, and we played a lot of the SNES games. Well, in the evening we watched Dragon Ball Z. That was still on that time on Cartoon Network. And of course, the first Saiyan saga, I was like, what is going on here? It was so immense, it was so impactful. Especially when Vegeta and Goku, it was totally hype. Um, I already saw Dragon Ball a couple of episodes and I saw later on more in one timeline again. But the most influential for me on that time when I was younger was the whole Namek saga. That you saw that Goku transformed, the loss of Krillin, but also the whole build up with Frieza and stuff. For me, basically, Dragon Ball has formed me in the person with the morals I have these days. Like trying to get further, to go even further beyond, basically. No, but to go further than only what you see is to get that drift go, to get more out of yourself and out of everybody, to make a better person, a better leader, but also a better a go-getter, like I said, a better person. Also for me, it's like to the friendship, because in the beginning a lot of enemies were enemies, but with the smile and the charisma Goku had, and later on Gohan, everybody was falling for him and the whole setting he's been on. For example, with Bulma, with Piccolo, with Ten, with Yamcha, everybody went on and went on the meat wagon. And is it the best friendship you ever had? No. Is it been a stable ground for it? No, because you start as enemies. But even enemies can learn from mistakes, and even people that are before that was an enemy and now friends. The story of Dragon Ball is, like I said, for me it's been a moral check. Like, stand with your friends, go as far as you can, and try to get it even a little bit higher and further. Nobody could explain this better in an anime or in the feeling back then than Dragon Ball. Because now these days you got like internet, you got Crunchyroll, you got everything. Back then you only had TV. And the only one that was bold enough to do it here in Europe was Cartoon Network. Dragon Ball, especially Akira Toriyama, with his art style, with his smile, with his charisma and interviews explaining, he he was a person that forgets sometimes, but that this didn't lose the quality on the storytelling. That didn't lose the quality on the story, but also on, how do you say, on the art style. Um, the main key point on that part. Everybody liked him. Everybody loved Dragon Ball, and even his early works that you can now buy also in volumes. I can try to find him maybe somewhere on left or right. try to read it too, because you see a lot of what is used in Dragon Ball. You find that in Dragon Ball Boy and all those small stories he did. He had a rough time building it up. I like to thank him and everybody who's involved with Dragon Ball. Yes, also Tui of Toy and everybody who's tried to. Thanks for the lessons that I've learned, but also thanks for the future. Because if you look at Daima, what is the last official part that Akira Toriyama worked on, you could see it's Dragon Ball back to basic, with GT flavor, with C flavor, and a little bit more explanation. My personal opinion is Dragon Ball Daima is much better than C. I know I got a lot of enemies now, but I don't care. And last night is the last episode. I couldn't watch it at the moment, but I'm gonna watch it, and hopefully I can talk about it soon. But please understand, if you never have seen Dragon Ball or never have seen Dragon Ball Z, please watch it. And again, I'd like to thank everybody who's involved with Dragon Ball, especially Akira Toriyama, for giving me the basics on my moral rights. And let's honor him a little bit for that. And I see you guys next time.